Meet this incredible woman named Wendy Ida. At 73, she looks decades younger, actively trains, moves a lot, and literally radiates energy. She is a vivid example of how even in old age you can look decent. And the most interesting thing is that her secret to youth is not related to strict restrictions or grueling workouts. On the contrary, her lifestyle shows an important thing. Aging often begins not with age, but from the moment when a person stops moving, loses interest in life and inner fire. But how to exercise properly? What kind of diet should I follow? And finally, what habits should be introduced to stop aging and start the rejuvenation process? I'll tell you all about it today. Therefore, watch this video to the end to find out the main secrets of this incredible woman's youth. So let's get started. The most amazing thing about Wendy isn't even her looks and the level of vitality. There are people who are 35, but they already look tired of life. And there are people around whom you can feel energy, excitement, and a desire to live. This is what the brain often perceives as youth. We judge age not only by the face. A huge role is played by the speed of movement, posture, voice, facial expressions, emotionality, and the general energy level of a person. Wendy moves and lives as if she still has a huge part of her life ahead of her, and the body responds in kind. Many people begin to fear old age so much that they themselves trigger an inner feeling of extinction. They constantly think about their age, limit themselves, and start living according to the principle, "It's too late for me." But the body reacts very strongly to internal attitudes. If a person convinces himself that the best years are behind him, the body begins to adjust to this scenario. Wendy's example shows the opposite. One of the main principles of her youth is constant movement. But one thing is important to understand here. Wendy does not destroy herself by training. This is not a story about endless hours in the gym and exhausting loads. Her approach is much smarter. Home workouts, regular activity, movement during the day, and active time outside. This is the format that works best for longevity. Most people make the mistake of turning physical activity into a temporary project. They abruptly start studying, overload themselves, get tired quickly, and quit. But the body does not like heroism, but stability. The body reacts much better to moderate but constant stress. When a person moves regularly, the brain receives a signal. The body is still in active use, which means it needs to be maintained in good condition. But the body perceives the absence of movement differently. If the muscles are barely working, the body begins to gradually get rid of what is not being used. Muscle mass decreases, vascular function worsens, energy levels decrease, and problems with posture and joints appear. Aging is accelerated not only because of age, but also because of immobility. It is especially important that Wendy does not rely on suffering, but on an active life. That's a huge difference. Many people perceive health as a constant struggle with themselves, but the body ages faster, not only from inactivity, but also from chronic overload. When a person lives in constant stress, lack of sleep, and exhaustion, the body wears out faster. That's why her approach works so effectively. Movement becomes a part of life, not a punishment. Another important factor in her youth is being active outside the home. Modern people spend too much time in enclosed spaces: apartment, car, office, phone screen, bed. The body literally begins to live in an artificial environment, and the brain and body need contact with the real world. Fresh air, sunlight, walking, movement, and a change of scenery. When a person is often outside and actively moving, the nervous system works differently. The level of chronic tension decreases, the mood improves, and more energy appears. And this directly affects the rate of aging, because one of the main accelerators of aging is constant stress. Stress destroys the body much more than many people think. When a person lives in anxiety and tension, the body stays in survival mode for a long time. Inflammation increases, recovery worsens, sleep suffers, blood vessels and skin age faster. Many people look older precisely because of the accumulated internal tension. And here we come to another important secret of Wendy psychology. She maintains a positive attitude towards life. But this is not a superficial positive for the sake of positive. It is the ability not to live in constant negativity and inner defeat. People greatly underestimate the influence of the psyche on the physical condition. The brain controls more than just emotions. It affects hormones, the immune system, energy levels, and even the body's recovery rate. If a person constantly lives in a feeling of fatigue, hopelessness, and inner decay, the body begins to reflect this. Many people age psychologically much earlier than physically. They stop enjoying something, lose interest in life, and stop experiencing excitement. And it is at this moment that the energy begins to disappear. Wendy looks young. Not only because she trains, she looks young because there is life inside her. Interestingly, Wendy doesn't look like someone who is trying to beat age. Conversely, she looks like a person who continues to live a full life. And that's the key difference. Age is not just a number in a passport, it is also the level of internal energy that a person retains. And the most important thing is that her youth is not built on one magical habit. This is the result of a lot of small decisions that are repeated every day. To move, not to sit. To go outside. To keep an interest in life. To communicate. Not to let stress completely take over the psyche. Most people look for the secret of youth in complex schemes and expensive procedures. But real youth is most often built on basic things that have been working for years. Movement, energy, psychology, social connections, an interest in life, and Wendy Ida is living proof of how powerfully it can work, even at age 73. Friends, what do you think of this woman? Write your opinion in the comments. If this video was useful to you, then please like it and share the link with those who might find it particularly useful. We also recommend watching this video, which has now appeared on your screen,